Well, I mean, it can't really, get worse than that particular. Why do I bother? Why do I actually, why? Why do I actually... I'm not being funny, but you guys have been begging for this series to come back more than MGH begs EA to get a closed beta for FIFA 17 career mode. So finally, we are back with some F1 2016 sprint mode. It's been a while since we last shared the tomfoolery that goes on in our sprint mode lobbies, but the other day I hosted a sprint mode lobby. If you want to be part of one of these, then make sure to follow me on Twitter and you'll know when I'm planning to do one. To be honest with you, it took a lot of convincing to come back, but I mean, we've got solid lobbies now, 22 men or women, I'm not feminists, please, But the main thing is we're in a lobby. We're in a stable lobby with stable connection. This is a below average start, I won't lie to you. There's 22 possible people that could be in this lobby, and I'm allowed to hear 7 of them. But, if it's going to improve the gameplay, Codemasters, that's fine. You know what? If it means that I don't disconnect constantly, then it's fine. We're good. Now honestly, I do find it hard to believe that this year's game will be as bad on release online as F1 2015. What the fuck is going on? But I will be taking a note of all of the strange things that I see. Like this guy's lack of pupils, and this guy who's, just heavily distracted. I don't know, maybe Carmen Jorda's at the back of the grid. Which would in fairness be pretty realistic, so shout out Codemasters on that one. Like, I know they wanted to show off the daytime editor, but I feel as if this is a tad bit extreme at this point. But the real question here is this game actually better online? This might come across as a non-serious video, but at the end of the day, it is an experiment for you guys to see whether the online on this game is actually... Alright, I'm not gonna lie, this hasn't been the greatest start, to be honest. How is this even fair? Like, I've just been lagged next flipping weekend back, and we're just a mile behind everyone. The McLaren has just driven through a banana, which, in hindsight, is a heavily overused joke, and so I won't be connecting Fruit and Formula 1 cars anymore, but after literally freezing in time on the first lap, we've got a Force India that's, just basically floating around, moving around all over the place. He's pushed off a McLaren, so we're going to capitalise on that. There's people, there's cars everywhere. Force India spins, there's another... Alright, Codemasters, I'm not saying this is your fault, but this is completely your fault. I didn't even lose connection to Xbox Live. You could see that on the screen. The messages were fine, my connection was still fine, and I already want to flipping throw this game's online through a blender. Right, it's time for Baku. I thought I'd keep it pretty short and sweet because usually when I do that, I don't end up crashing. What have I done? What have I actually done to deserve this? This honestly has been an absolute travesty so far, to be honest with you. We've been obliterated from the start. DMAD96 has left. He's seen the carnage. He's had enough of it. He's pieced the scene. However, or at least making a move here on this Williams, and we've now got Football Games OG in the Toro Rosso. Sir Lane X in the Williams is just watching on from behind. And we're actually driving pretty well. We've made 2 overtakes here in a sprint mode lobby around the... we've cut the corner there, but we'll gloss over that. We've made 2 positions here at Baku, at Azerbaijan. We are actually driving. We're driving well. This is actually unheard of. This is astonishing. Alright, yo Niran, it's your brain. Oh, okay. How's it going? Fuck the small talk. I'm here to tell you that you're not going to be driving well, okay? You've been driving well for now, but we're going to make it so that it goes tits up. Is that fine with you? Well, I don't know, really. I was quite... Let's be honest, it could have gone a lot better. Alright, that building is a very questionable shape. Alright, okay, what I was trying to say is this race could have been a lot better. Let's be honest. We're on lap 2 of 3, but we've got Football Games OG in the Toro Rosso. He's made a mistake, and we have capitalised on it just about. And we've snuck up the inside for 7th out of 9. So we're not last because the guy in last left. So, technically, they're still 9th. So at least we're not last anymore. So that's something, but I mean, I won't lie to you boys, it's been a pretty quiet race. I will not lie to you boys and girls, it's been a very, very quiet race. However, we're catching someone who must have some sort of issues. It's Tom Gorian in the Mercedes, and we've gone through. We've taken the position with a few corners to go, but we've bottled it. We've locked up. The race winner's won already, and we're gonna try and go through these quick chicane-like corners to abreast. It's not gonna happen. There's a massive collision. It's a huge accident, and we're spinning, and it's massive. And we've got to try and do a 1,000-point turn to get out before Tom Gorian, but we won't. And that basically sums up the race. And after a collision on the final corner, we still somehow come out worse. And on the track down to the line, it is an absolutely shambolic race. I think the Mercedes is running out of fuel, so we're just going to flipping smack him down into turn 1. And it's race over. And DMAD 96's AI will come across the line in about 6 years from now, and we'll be able to go back to the lobby. But that is, I mean, it's not been a great start to our performance, to our career on F1 2016 sprint mode. I won't lie. Across the line comes the AI for 8th out of 8, and he's celebrating last, and I don't really know why. Right, I'm sorry, I can't end on that. That was absolutely shambolic. We're doing another race. We're going around Mexico. This is a race. I can feel it in my bones. My Nigerian yam-filled bones. It's lights out and away we go as we head into what seems to be a kettle up in front of us because there's just smoke absolutely everywhere. It's a decent start. We've got a Williams Red Bull, another Red Bull, and now a Ferrari. It's like 17 abreast down towards turn 1, but we're up into P8. It's a good start. We're in the Toro Rosso, breaking into turn 1. We've been hit wide, and I think we're going to have to cut the corner to avoid everything, and we have. There's a Renault to the left. There's carnage. We were just literally cutting the corner to avoid absolutely obliterating the rest of the field. Geston Zinka 97 in the Ferrari is in front, nor the Dragon in the other Ferraris to our right, and he's just squeezed us and we've hit his side pod. There's a Haas facing the wrong way. It's absolute carnage here in Mexico. We've now got a Renault up the inside of us and he's pushed us off the track. We're getting physically bullied in our own flipping online lobby by a Renault and then previously a Ferrari. We've completely cut the corner. We're making our own track. Bun the Mexico track. Nobody cares. I'm making my own. And we've done so again, going through the middle of a Ferrari and a Renault in a tighter squeeze than... Well, I'll leave that to your imagination. Renault drifting away from the side of our car. Yes, that was a musical reference. I don't know who from, to be honest. I can't even... Okay. Alright, I'm sorry. That's not allowed. I'm sorry. No, I refuse to accept. No, that's actually physically disgusting. That's physically I need a sick bowl. So... Right, I've recovered. I'm not projectile vomiting everywhere anymore. And my game's frozen again. And I'm now 4 places back from where... Get me the sick bowl again. I'm not being funny, but this is now getting beyond a joke. We're on P9 on lap 3. There's been an incident in front, and of course, we've been flipping collected in it. A Haas and a Force India having their own accident. We just drive along. Innocent Jimmy just having a nice little drive in his Toro Rosso, and blam! We're facing the wrong way, staring at the back end of our teammate in the other Toro Rosso, and I've given up at this point. I just want to get my fists out. I just want to start punching everyone who's around me. Starting off with our teammate. We're lunging it. I don't care. Get out of my way. Side pod to side pod. This is it. This is the one. We're lunging at our teammate into the stadium section without broken ourselves. We've hit the wall. There's balloons and confetti everywhere, but we're lunging up the inside of our teammate. We're forcing him out wide. He's been physically bullied. And now he knows how I feel. And now he's just lags back up the inside. But we go for the switchback and he lags back in front of us again. But towards the line, there's more contact. And we get there. There's a manor just chilling in the middle of the road. Because why would there not be? It's been a fairly dismal afternoon, if I'm honest, as far as results are concerned. But it wouldn't be sprint mode without me questioning life itself afterwards. So that is about it for this first episode of the long-awaited F1 2016 Sprint Mode series. If you have enjoyed, then feel free to hit the likes button. If we could get 100 likes on this first episode, because I know how long you guys have been waiting, and I do apologise for how long you guys have been waiting, but that's just the way it goes. I apologise. But it is here, and it will be here to stay on a much more regular basis than it was on 2015. No story time with Flying Orangutan. That's having a creative break because I've hit a stumbling block with how I make that part of the video better. But that will return someday. But for now, it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a great day. Enjoy yourselves. And goodbye.
6 year 11, I was doing it proper. Then I was chatting about leg, it's proper. I weren't a bad man, I weren't a shorter. Just had best skippy flows in my locker. He will get hit in the eye with a conker. This one's a stonker. More time, I just want gash. More time, I'm trying to whine on a bumper.